a new video. Will it reach the light of day? Will I ever upload it? We'll see. I mean, if you're saying this, then I did, so that's fun. Hey, hi, and hello, my loves. My name is Rachel, and welcome to the chaos that is my crappy little channel here on this corner of the internet. I don't know how to introduce this without rambling, so let's get to the point. This reading vlog is going to be a wee bit different from the ones that I've done in the past. Instead of a week of me just like reading random crap, aka university things, this is actually going to be a very specific reading vlog based on one single book, and that book is Battle Royale by Kushun Tamaki. I think that's how you pronounce that? I don't speak Japanese. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, please correct me if I'm wrong. Battle Royale is the first book which is being read for the Burned Books Club. The Burned Books Club is hosted by Holly, aka Spoopy Hall, and Maddie from Book Browsing Blog. It takes me a minute to say that. But yeah, they came together and created this book club, and I decided I want to read along, join in, see what the crack is. From what I know, the Burned Books Club is a bi-monthly book club which focuses mainly on like dystopian books, you know, because they're like burned books, like books that like get burned whenever there's like a takeover of a dictator. Like when the Nazis' propaganda king Goebbels just kind of collected all of the books that he deemed inappropriate from libraries and bookstores and publishers and just kind of threw them into the streets of Germany and lit them on fire. Anyways, Battle Royale is the January/February book. I would say book of the month, but it's the book of the bi-monthly month. That doesn't make sense. Anyways, moving on. I kind of thought it would just be fun to kind of document my experience reading this because it seems like it's gonna be a riot. I mean, do you see this cover? Do you? Sir, does this not look like it's going to be an adventure? I'm excited. For those of you that don't know, Battle Royale is a dystopian book set in, I believe, Japan. And it kind of follows the premise of twice a year, I believe, once or twice a year, a bunch of classes of 15-year-olds are chosen to fight to the death. So you can imagine why I wanted to read this. Apparently this is actually the book that inspired the Hunger Games, and that's kind of the extent of my knowledge on it. I know literally nothing about it. I decided to do the thing that I always do when I read, which is look up nothing over the book that I'm going to read and just fucking dive in. Anyways, to be entirely honest, I actually started reading Battle Royale last night when I was watching Tasman's live reading sprints. So yeah, I ended up reading like 150 pages, so here we are. And now you can see how that went. Enjoy. So as you saw from those last clips, I started reading Battle Royale last night during I'm so sorry, Tasman, I nearly called you Tamlin. You didn't even watch these videos, but I feel like that is a mortal offense. I apologize. But last night I started reading Battle Royale during Tasman's live, and you saw kind of clips from that, and I was really loving it. I really was enjoying it. But what you didn't see was the hours that followed when I continued to read Battle Royale. I'll be entirely honest, I was like jumping in between like YouTube and reading, hence why I only got like 150 pages in. But we'll not talk about that. As it turns out, I love this book. Oh my god. Holly. Why did I not listen to her earlier when she said to read it? Holy shit, I am loving this. At some point, I just like randomly started tabbing it. And you can see there is an amount of tabs. I kind of like randomly decided, oh, I'm gonna tab it every time someone dies, and now I'm just kind of here like, ooh, that's a lot of tabs. So I don't know what it is, but this book is like crack. I literally had to like force myself to stop reading it last night at like 3 AM because I had a poetry workshop at like 11 and if I didn't stop myself reading it then, I would have stayed up the entire night and likely fallen asleep during the time when I was meant to be getting critique on my work, so we couldn't have that happen. So I very sadly put the book down, but I have thoughts thus far. I'm obsessed with the narrative. The world building is all like really like minuscule, but also like weirdly in depth to like the perfect degree that I love it. Like there's moments of like info dumping, but like I welcome the info dump because like I want the info. Please dump it on me. I'm so intrigued. I'm getting attached to these characters and these characters are like getting slaughtered, and then when they're not getting slaughtered, I'm getting anxious that they're going to get slaughtered while they're being anxious that they're going to get slaughtered, and it's just a whole vicious cycle and I love it. So yeah, I'm like reading it and I'm like literally fucking losing my mind like every other page, and it's fucking iconic. I love it. It's so like fast paced without feeling rushed, and like at the same time I feel like so much time is passing but like no time is passing in it, and I'm just like anxious on behalf of all of these kids running around this fucking island like slaughtering each other like Lord of the Flies meet the fucking katana. It's iconic. So yes, big fan. I'm gonna try to keep this spoiler free. Unless I'm like fucking floored by something and start screaming, and then I'll just put a timestamp and you can skip over that. But for now we're gonna try to be spoiler free. We're gonna try to be a good booktuber who doesn't do spoilers. Flick your hair again, Rachel. Flick it. Woo. Fuck. By the way, the fighting feels really realistic. Anyone else who's read it think that? It's like there's only so much realism that there can be in like a fictional book where 15-year-olds are slaughtering each other, but like they're 15 and like that's brought into account. Like they don't know what they're doing, like they're not like trained professionals. Like if you hand a 15-year-old a hatchet, they may hit themselves in the face with it, you don't know. And it's very fun because the teenagers keep stumbling and making mistakes and doing stupid things which makes them die or almost die. And it's very tense and it's very exciting and I love it. But also, one final thought before I shut up. Why does everyone fancy Shea? Like the protagonist Shea? Like why does everyone fancy him? Like that's just a question. I get it. He has Bruce Springsteen hair and he's a rebel because he plays rock music, which is banned. But like why does everyone fancy him? Like I'm just wondering. It's just a question. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna continue to read it. Bye. I put on my hoodie. But more importantly, like 20 to 30 pages have passed without someone dying. And I don't trust it. That's all for my update. I just want you to know I don't trust it. I'm smart. I am what the kids would call an intellectual. I guessed. I'm just giving myself a pat on the back. I guessed something about Kawada. I guessed it. Like, at least a few chapters before it happened. And now I'm like really chuffed. I'm really proud of myself. I'm almost on page 200 right now. I'm enjoying this. I cannot fathom how this goes on for another like 400 and something pages though. Like what are they gonna do? Let's ignore the fact my lighting is absolute bollocks. So it's been a couple of days since I have actually read anything more from Battle Royale because I spent the last 2 days in my bed suffering from very bad cramps and back pains and wanting to cry all the time, so I couldn't read. I was just watching Let's Players live streams. If you didn't know, I'm a dork. But it is Saturday night right now. My parents are actually out for a little bit, so I have decided to steal the living room. And I'm going to sit down here with my hot water bottles and I'm going to read a little bit more of Battle Royale because I am really enjoying it. I really hoped that 2 characters were gay. They weren't gay, made me sad. Still not over it. I'm offended, but that aside, I'm really excited to see what happens next. I'm about like a third into it. Maybe a little bit. No, not more. I'm about a third into it, and I want to finish it so badly. I'm so excited, but at the same time, I don't want to finish it because I'm really enjoying it, and I'm just like stressed. I'm not actually going to be able to read much more of it after tonight for the next few days because, not gonna lie, I have 2 books I need to read for university, and I haven't started them, and I need to have them read for Tuesday. So I should probably read those. I should probably be reading those now, but I'm just like not going to. I'm gonna read this instead. So I hope you enjoy watching me not doing my university reading and reading about 15-year-olds killing each other instead. Woo! Okay, let's do that. I've like filmed this like 4 times because my lighting is trash, but I don't care anymore. I cannot fucking handle these teenagers being in relationships. Like, not in the way that I'm like, oh my god, why are they in relationships? I can't handle it because they have to fucking kill each other, and I'm literally here like, I'm like, but you love each other. Like, literally, we've just been introduced to this character, and their significant other has just appeared, and I'm like, ready to gurn. Maybe I'm just like having a moment right now. I'm gonna continue to have that moment. I don't know why these things are shocking me, but here I am, shocked. Okay, so I have some thoughts. I'm about halfway through right now. The point that I am at, there's been like a lot more world building and like info dumping, but I kind of enjoy info dumping, so I don't really care. I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, the more I read, the more everything is being developed, and it is like eerie and like scary to think about like this dystopian world, because like you hear, oh, in this book a bunch of teenagers have to kill each other because of the government, ha 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 ha, and you're like, so unrealistic. Girl, not unrealistic. Oh no, no. I'm just reading it, and the entire time I'm reading it, I'm thinking about fucking North Korea. If you don't know anything about North Korea, I recommend looking up, what's her name? I will put her name somewhere. This woman, I watch her videos. She's a North Korean defector, and I would highly recommend watching her videos. Not even if you're interested in hearing about North Korea, I just feel like everyone needs to watch them to understand what life is actually like under a dictatorship, because it's fucking scary. And Battle Royale is just making me think of that, and I'm just here like, political parts aside, some things I've really been liking in it. If you've read The Hunger Games, you know how there's like the fucking cannon fires, and then they show like the dead tributes. In this, it's done a bit differently. You can definitely see where Suzanne Collins was like inspired. All of the deaths, much like with The Hunger Games, are like announced overhead, but they're announced like every few hours by this character called Sakamochi, who's basically like, he's like the antagonist. Basically he like represents the state that they are being fucking controlled by. He's an asshole, and his little pop-ups, oh my god, he is a sadistic creep, properly sadistic, and I love his little introductions because they're so creepy and they make me want to punch him in the face. Also, I love Kawada. Is that how you pronounce his name? Probably not, but I fancy him. I don't know why. No, I didn't know why. He reminds me of Caribou from Alice in Borderland, so I'm like, beautiful chef kiss. The point that I'm at right now, there's a character who is not doing too well, and I'm anxious on their behalf. And I'm just sitting here like, please don't die. I know the point of this book is everyone dies, but I'm like, please don't die. I'm going to go and continue reading. Battle Royale. Take a shot every time I say the title of this book. Oh my god, you'd be plastered. You know, one thing that triggers me with this fucking book is whenever something dramatic happens and you think someone's about to die, you get a new chapter and it switches the character it's following. I just want to know if my stupid son's okay. My stupid Bruce Springsteen son. Is Kiriyama the fucking Terminator? Why won't he just die? What the fuck? Bro. What the fuck? Rip. So this is like a really weird check-in, but we'll put that aside for the time being. It's 4 a.m. I'm currently downstairs in my living room because I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of going through it right now. I'm dealing with like a lot of chronic pain related things. It's not important that interesting. That's why the quality of this might be a bit weird because I'm using the front facing camera on my phone because I can't really move about that much without irritating my legs and my hips where my chronic pain is at. But yeah, I just picked up Battle Royale and I'm going to continue reading it. And normally I would just skip doing a check-in whenever I'm like this, but I only have about 150 pages left, and I might finish it in one sit. We'll see. Also, I'm being quiet because, like I said, it's 4 a.m. and my parents are asleep. Will I end up putting subtitles on this? Probably. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. Just picked up the book, read 3 pages, and all I can think of right now is the fact I can't wait till Toshinori dies. I can't wait. I hate him. He's a prat. Also, I love how like everyone's life revolves around Suya. Like, I'm sorry. Why is everyone obsessed with this 15-year-old boy who really wants to be Bruce Springsteen? I have questions. Also, ignore this. Like I said, I'm going through it. Self-care, out the window. We are in pain central. So let's distract ourselves by reading about 15-year-olds killing each other. I want to protect the weeb at all costs. He's gonna die, but I want to protect him. A thought. If you've ever read or seen Danganronpa, then you probably know what I'm gonna say. This reminds me of, but in Danganronpa, basically a bunch of students are all brought together to fucking kill each other. Iconic, but they're all called super high school level blah blah blah. The descriptions of the teenagers in this just make me think of that, because they all have things that they're really good at. Shura obviously used to be the Little League shortstop, and that's what everyone thinks of him as. And there's other characters who did karate and stuff like that. So every time it's mentioned what they're good at and their speciality, I just hear the Danganronpa thing in my head, just being super high school level. Oh no, I thought that was funny. Anyway, back to reading about some guy getting murdered. So, for the sake of spoilers, not going to say what exactly is happening right now, but in Shura's little narration, he just thought to himself, how do I handle this? How popular can one guy be without even knowing it? And bitch, that's my question. Why is everyone obsessed with Shura? It's hilarious. It's so funny to me. But it's the fact that he's also sitting here what? Which just makes me love it. I am so close to the end of this novel that I can taste it. But I can't finish it because 2 hours ago I took some painkillers and they're now just setting in, and my brain cannot compute the amount of things happening in this book. In the space of 30 pages, 7 people have died. One second I thought I was getting wholesome lesbians. The next, blood everywhere, death. I have so many thoughts on this book, but none of them I can compute right now because it is 5 a.m. and brain fog is a real issue, my dudes. So this is it. I'm going to finish Battle Royale tonight. I'm already losing my mind just thinking about it. So it's a couple of days after my last check-in. I haven't sat down to read any more of Battle Royale because I know when I sit down to read it again, I'm gonna finish it. And I'm losing my mind. I have less than 100 pages left. I have no idea how this is going to end. I am freaking out for these characters because I'm sitting here and thinking to myself, oh, I want them to live, please survive, you can do this, you can defeat the system. but in my heart of hearts I know that they won't. I know that they won't, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I can handle that. Also, please ignore literally everything to do with me and my face today. I'm just like going through it. I need to cut my fringe and it's just got a mind of its own right now, so please just ignore that. But Holly is hosting a reading show in about half an hour, so I'm gonna read Battle Royale during her reading live, and I'm terrified for finishing it. I don't want to finish it because I love it so much that I don't want it at the end, but at the same time I need to finish it because I need to know how it ends. I'm just like having the time of it right now. I will be filming like my check-ins and everything while reading it on Holly's live, but the check-ins will probably consist of me just like lying like in my bed and screaming, because I have a feeling that's just what the end of this is going to be if the last 2 chapters I read are anything to go by, because they boggled my itty bitty little brain. I don't want to finish it, but I really want to finish it. I'm really conflicted right now. I don't even have any like real idea of how this is going to end, is the really insane thing. I have no idea what's going to happen, and it's very rare when I'm reading a book that I have no idea what's going to happen. Like, part of me, like I said, really hopes that they can like defeat the system and like escape and survive and, you know, live, and the other part of me is just like, that's not gonna happen. But I don't know how either of these things will or won't happen. So this book is really keeping me up in the air and like constantly on my toes. I love this. I love it so much. I have no idea if at the end of this video I'm going to do like a whole breakdown about how I found reading it and everything. I have a feeling this video is already pretty long. I've been editing it as I went along and it's like half an hour long at this point. So I don't know if I'm gonna like kind of explain my whole thoughts on the book at the end of this video or make like a dedicated video for it. I'll have to figure that out somewhere along the way. But yeah. This is the last check-in of me being blissfully ignorant of how this book is going to end. I'm not ready. Also, just saying, 5-star read? 5-star read? I have issues with it, which if I do end up talking more about my general feelings on the book, I'll talk about it at the end or in a separate video. If I end up making a separate video, I was going to say I'll link it. Let's be entirely honest. It'll take me like a week after this one goes up to get that up. But you know what I mean. Check out my socials. Hey. I'll put a little caption somewhere saying whether or not I have made a video for it, or am making a video for it, or if I'm just putting my thoughts at the end. Whatever. Anyways. Maybe a 5-star read, possibly. I'm having like a real time thinking about what I'm going to rate this, but I probably will go a little more in depth about that at the end of this, because my like English lit critical analysis brain and my oh my god I love books brain are both kind of at war over my rating for this. But all you need to know right now is I am really enjoying it, and I think it's fab. So without any further ado, I'm gonna join Holly's reading sprints and possibly finish Battle Royale. I'm not ready. Okay, so I'm about to tune in to Holly's reading sprints and possibly finish Battle Royale. I have my laptop over here with her video, well, her live stream up on it, so I'm just gonna pop it like kind of out of screen and go join in with the reading sprints. And yeah, I'll do check-ins every now and then to tell you how I am getting on with it and whether or not my brain's exploded. We will see. Woo! I'm full of nervous energy for this. I don't want to finish this book. but I really want to at the same time. Oh well. I dropped my book. Oh no. What? Girl. Okay, I found my page. Never mind. The squad. I'm actually crying. God damn. Damn. I gotta tap that. Girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. Suma gives no shit. Holy shit. What? Bruh. 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 I'm sorry, I just read the line. I heard immigrants and refugees aren't at too much of a disadvantage in America. Girl, don't know if I agree with that. We'll see. I don't know why I'm saying we'll see. I'm not going to America. I would die for you, Koala. This book is going to ruin me. It is. I'm stressed. Oh, wait. No? What? I don't trust that he's dead. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. This bitch is the Terminator. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Oh my god, I have like 50 pages left. I can't. I need a moment. This reading sprint is almost over and I'm literally just going to be like messaging into this chat being like, the book I'm reading is breaking my brain. Oh my god. This is so good. He is the fucking Terminator. I give up. No. No, 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 I refuse. No, I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to believe that this is how this is going to end, but there's only 50 pages left. No. No, no, no. I don't believe that this is the ending. I don't believe it. I'm not gonna believe it until I finish these last 50 pages and nothing changes. I'm not gonna believe it. Yeah, I don't get it either. Oh, I knew it. Oh my god. I can't say what happened because I don't want this to be spoilery. But oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so happy. So I just finished a battle royale. What? I thought that I had recorded my last, like me reading the last chapter, but I didn't do that apparently. I mean, all you missed out on was me just staring at my book like... I don't know how to explain my thoughts. I'm gonna need some time. Good book, I recommend you read it. What the fuck? What the fuck? So it's official. I finished Battle Royale. And I have thoughts. So it is about 2 days after I finished reading Battle Royale, and I just needed to have some time to gather my thoughts, I guess. I've decided that after this video I'm going to do a whole in-depth deep dive into my thoughts and my feelings about Battle Royale, kind of analysing it from a not so academic standpoint. So if you want to watch that, that'll be on my channel in like a week, maybe, depending on when I can actually be bothered to edit and film it. This year I have started implementing my mini reviews into all of my books, so I'm kind of going to base these end thoughts off of what I wrote down here. This is my little mini review. Basically, Battle Royale, it took me 2 weeks to read it, except it didn't really. It took me 4 sessions to read it, is probably a better way of saying it, because I didn't like just read little bits throughout the 2 weeks. There were just 4 separate evenings where I sat down and, you know, binge read about 200 pages. Because that's the kind of person I am. I ended up giving it a 5-star rating. I know that in one of the earlier clips I was like debating on what my rating would be. 5 stars. It's a 5-star book. I loved it. I thought it was honestly amazing. I haven't been so like drawn in and like gripped by a book in a hot minute, especially one of this length, and I just don't have words for it. It was just so good. It was a major roller coaster, honestly. It took me on an adventure that I did not expect. I went into this book knowing that the premise of it was a bunch of teenagers have to kill each other, and yet I found myself really emotional when said teenagers were killing each other. Which is kind of meant to be a given. It was gory and to the best degree. I love horror, personally. I love thrillers. I love things that are a bit gross. And this, amazing. Fit right into that. There was the right amount of gore. It wasn't too over the top, but it wasn't too like brushed over. At the end of the day, this is 40 teenagers slaughtering each other because all they want is to survive. So of course, there's gonna be gore. People are fighting for their lives. It's not gonna end pretty. This book had me second guessing a lot of things that were going on. I never really knew what was coming next. One moment I would kind of be sitting there reading and thinking, oh, this is the plan. This is how they're gonna get out of this. And then it wasn't. And then at other points I was like, this person's gonna live. This person's definitely gonna live. And then they didn't. There were so many things that happened that kind of kept me on the edge of my seat. And the ending? Girl, you just saw the clips of my reaction to the ending. Oh my god. My little itty bitty brain could not handle it. I was like reading so fast that the words were just blurring. I was like, this cannot be it. It was so good. I'm trying not to give spoilers if you couldn't tell. But overall, my feelings towards Battle Royale, iconic, amazing. I loved it so much. Don't get me wrong, I have some issues with certain things in the book, which I will be talking about in my deep dive, but that didn't actually affect my rating at the end of the day. I really was debating whether or not I would give this a 4 or 5 stars. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to anyone but me. And when I was sitting and really thinking about it, I came to the realization that it doesn't matter to anyone but me. At the end of the day, I loved reading this book. I find it so immersive. I love the world it created. I love the characters, even though I kind of hated some of them. I loved to hate them. And it was just a beautiful slice of escapism for me. So that's why I'm giving it 5 stars. Because I loved it. I thought it was great. I enjoyed my time reading it. And it's about my experience at the end of the day. Not what I think anyone else would rate it. If you have any interest in dystopian fiction, if you have any interest in the Hunger Games, given the fact this is what it was based off of, please read Battle Royale. It is so good and so worth it. Maybe if you're not a fan of kind of gory, kind of depressing and action-packed reads, you won't like it. However, if you're anything like me and you like really weird shit, you're probably really gonna like it. So I would highly recommend it. But I'm gonna stop myself from gushing so much about it anymore. I am so happy that Holly and Maddie picked Battle Royale for the first book of their Burned Books Club because I loved it. It was so good. And if this is anything to go by, I'm gonna love the rest of the books that they pick. So yeah. I'm not gonna gush anymore because I'm gonna save that for my deep dive video. But I hope you guys enjoyed experiencing me experiencing Battle Royale. It was an event. It was an event. This video is so long and I'm so sorry, but if you sat through it, you're a good one. You're one of the best. Thank you. If you like this video and if you want to see any more of me, you can subscribe, which I feel so weird saying that. I mean, you don't have to. You can just kind of watch videos sometimes when I post them, if they entertain you at all. I mean, if you're at the end of this one, apparently it did. If you want me to make more reading vlogs like this, I know it was a wee bit different from what people normally do with reading vlogs, given the fact that there was a lot of compilations of me like literally just reading. But if you liked it, please comment below and please tell me, and that way I know that I can make more of them if you guys like them. And yeah, I think that's everything from me. Hopefully I will have my full in-depth review video up within the next week. Fingers crossed. Saying that, I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit this video because I know it's going to be like an hour long and I am so sorry. But I couldn't help myself. So that is everything from me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming on this adventure with me. And